Welcome back, coin collectors. Before you spend your next 5-cent coin, you need to see this video. Hidden among ordinary pocket change are rare Jefferson nickels that collectors are paying thousands of dollars to own. Today, we're counting down 6 of the most valuable Jefferson nickels in the United States and explaining why they're worth so much. One of these rare coins could already be sitting in your wallet, coin jar, or collection. Stay until the end because the final nickel has shocked collectors with its incredible market value. Let's get started. First up, the fascinating 1970s Jefferson Nickel, a coin struck at the San Francisco Mint in the United States. Although millions were produced, a small number possess unique characteristics, exceptional preservation, or rare minting errors that make them highly valuable in today's collector market. In this video, we'll uncover the complete history of the coin, explain the meaning of the S mint mark, reveal the features that increase its value, discuss the rare errors collectors seek, and examine why some examples have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Stay until the end because one tiny detail on your own 1970s Jefferson nickel could completely change its value. The Jefferson nickel has been an important part of American coinage since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The design was created by sculptor Felix Schlag to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the author of the Declaration of Independence. The reverse features Jefferson's historic home, Monticello, located in Virginia. By 1970, the United States Mint was producing nickels at several facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The San Francisco Mint struck the 1970s Jefferson nickel primarily as a proof coin intended for collectors rather than everyday circulation. These proof coins were specially made using polished dies and carefully prepared planchets, giving them brilliant mirror-like surfaces and frosted designs. One of the first things collectors notice is the tiny S mint mark located to the right of Jefferson's portrait on the front of the coin. This letter indicates that the coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint. While every genuine 1970s proof nickel carries this mint mark, not every example is valuable. The real difference comes from the coin's condition, strike quality, cameo contrast, rarity of any mint errors, and overall preservation. Some proof coins remain flawless after more than 50 years, while others have become scratched, spotted, or damaged. Collectors pay premium prices only for coins with exceptional eye appeal or unusual characteristics. The obverse of the coin displays Thomas Jefferson facing left, with the inscriptions Liberty, the date 1970, the motto In God We Trust, and the small S mint mark. The reverse features Monticello with the inscriptions MONTICELLO, 5 cents, United States of America, and EPLURBUSUNUM. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs exactly 5 grams, measures 21.21 millimeters in diameter, and has a smooth edge. Even though these specifications are standard, collectors carefully inspect every detail for signs of unusual striking quality, doubling, or other minting anomalies. Most circulated 1970s Jefferson nickels are worth only a small premium over face value. However, collectors are willing to pay significantly more for coins with perfect surfaces, strong mirror finishes, deep cameo contrast, and certified high grades such as PR69 or the extremely rare PR70. In addition, unusual mint errors can dramatically increase value. A coin that appears ordinary to an untrained eye may actually possess characteristics that make it highly desirable to advanced collectors. This is why professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC play such an important role in determining authenticity, condition, and market value. Some of the most exciting 1970s Jefferson nickels are those with genuine mint errors. These include double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, repunched mint marks on earlier issues, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and dramatic die breaks. Although these errors are uncommon, authenticated examples often command substantial premiums. Collectors also search for proof coins displaying exceptionally strong deep cameo or ultra cameo contrast, where the frosted portrait stands out sharply against brilliant mirror-like fields. Such eye-catching coins are among the most sought-after examples in the Jefferson Nickel series. Current market values vary greatly depending on condition and rarity. A circulated 1970s proof nickel with noticeable wear may be worth only a few dollars. Attractive proof examples in original government packaging often sell for $5 to $20. Certified PR68 coins may bring between $20 and $75. PR69 deep cameo examples frequently sell for $100 to several $100s depending on demand. Exceptionally rare PR70 deep cameo coins or examples with significant authenticated mint errors, have realized prices ranging from several $100s to well over $1,000 at major auctions. Individual sale prices fluctuate with collector demand, certification, eye appeal, and auction competition. Condition is the single most important factor affecting value. Two identical 1970s Jefferson Nickels can have dramatically different prices simply because one has hairline scratches, fingerprints, or cloudy surfaces, while the other remains nearly perfect. Professional grading evaluates strike quality, luster, preservation, eye appeal, and the absence of defects. Even a tiny mark visible under magnification can lower a coin's grade and reduce its market value considerably. This is why collectors handle proof coins only by the edges and store them in protective holders. Jefferson Nickels have a large and dedicated collector base worldwide. Many enthusiasts attempt to complete full date and mint collections, while others specialize in proof coins, deep cameo examples, or rare mint errors. Because the 1970s was struck specifically for collectors, finding perfect examples is surprisingly challenging, making top-grade certified coins especially desirable. Auction houses often attract competitive bidding whenever exceptionally preserved specimens appear on the market. If you own a 1970s Jefferson Nickel, begin by confirming the S mint mark. Next, inspect the coin under bright lighting for mirror-like fields, frosted devices, unusual doubling, off-center striking, or other obvious mint errors. Avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning almost always reduces collector value. If the coin appears unusually well preserved or displays possible errors, consider having it authenticated and graded by a respected third-party grading service. A professional opinion can reveal whether your coin is simply an attractive proof or a genuinely valuable collectible. Some of the highest quality certified 1970s Jefferson Nickels have achieved impressive prices in specialized numismatic auctions. While most examples remain affordable, the finest known specimens with perfect or nearly perfect grades and outstanding cameo contrast have sold for hundreds, and in exceptional cases over $1,000. Coins with dramatic, authenticated mint errors may also command strong prices because of their rarity and collector demand. Auction results continue to influence market values as new records are established. Many collectors view rare coins as long-term collectibles rather than guaranteed investments. The value of a 1970s Jefferson Nickel depends on rarity, certified grade, eye appeal, authenticity, and overall market demand. High-grade proof coins and unusual mint errors have generally remained desirable among collectors. While no future price increases can be guaranteed, exceptional examples continue to attract attention whenever they appear for sale. If you believe you own a valuable 1970s Jefferson Nickel, proper storage is essential. Never polish or clean the coin, since even gentle cleaning can leave microscopic scratches that reduce its grade. Store it in an acid-free holder or protective capsule away from moisture, excessive heat, and direct sunlight. Handling the coin only by its edges helps preserve its original surfaces and maintain its collector appeal for future generations. The 1970s Jefferson Nickel proves that even a humble 5-cent coin can have an extraordinary story. Its connection to American history, beautiful proof finish, San Francisco mint origin, and the possibility of rare errors make it an exciting collectible. While most examples are modestly valued, exceptional coins with flawless preservation, deep cameo contrast, or significant mint errors can reach prices from hundreds to even thousands of dollars. Every detail matters, and careful examination may reveal a hidden treasure sitting unnoticed in an old collection. Before you put away your old coins, take another look at every Jefferson Nickel dated 1970 with the S mint mark. You might own a proof coin with remarkable quality, or even a rare mint error that collectors are actively searching for today. Next up, the 1974D Jefferson Nickel, minted at the Denver Mint. At first glance, this 5-cent coin may seem ordinary because millions were produced. However, some examples have surprised collectors by selling for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. Could the nickel hiding in your change jar be one of these valuable treasures? In today's video, we'll uncover the fascinating history of the 1974D Jefferson Nickel, discuss its unique design, explain what makes certain examples rare, review valuable mint errors, and reveal why collectors are willing to pay impressive amounts for exceptional specimens. Stay with us until the end, because you may discover that a coin worth only 5 cents could actually be worth far more. The Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by renowned sculptor Felix Schlag, the coin honors America's third president, Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse features his historic Virginia home, Monticello. By 1974, the United States was experiencing economic challenges, including rising inflation and increasing metal prices. Despite these conditions, the U.S. Mint continued producing Jefferson Nickels for everyday commerce. The Denver Mint struck over 277 million 1974 nickels, making them common in circulation. Even so, exceptional examples with remarkable preservation or unusual minting errors have become highly desirable collectibles decades later. One of the easiest ways to identify this coin is by looking for the small D mint mark, located to the right of Jefferson's portrait near the date. This letter confirms the coin was struck at the Denver Mint in Colorado. While millions were produced there, not every Denver nickel was struck with equal quality. Some received exceptionally sharp strikes, while others developed unusual minting errors. Collectors pay close attention to strike quality, luster, and surface preservation, because these characteristics can dramatically influence the coin's market value. The 1974 Jefferson nickel has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, weighs 5 grams, and is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Unlike silver coins produced before 1965, this nickel contains no precious metal. Therefore, its value depends almost entirely on rarity, condition, eye appeal, and minting errors rather than metal content. Although billions of Jefferson nickels have been made over the decades, only a tiny percentage survive today in outstanding condition, making top-quality examples much more valuable than ordinary circulated coins. Many collectors wonder what fine condition actually means. In coin grading, a fine F-12 to F-15 1974 nickel shows moderate wear from circulation. Jefferson's hair details remain partially visible, the lettering is complete, and Monticello on the reverse still displays recognizable architectural features despite noticeable wear. Because so many 1974 nickels circulated heavily, fine examples are easy to find. Most are worth only their face value or a small premium, unless they possess an important mint error or other unusual characteristics. Several unique characteristics can make a 1974 Jefferson nickel significantly more valuable. Collectors seek coins with brilliant original luster, strong strike details, clean surfaces free from heavy scratches, attractive natural toning, and exceptional preservation. Full details on Monticello's steps are especially desirable, although the Jefferson Nickel series does not officially use the full steps designation for circulated coins. High-grade examples with crisp design details consistently command stronger prices than average circulated specimens. Mint errors create some of the most exciting opportunities for collectors. Possible valuable errors include off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, double strikes, broad strikes, lamination errors, and dramatic die breaks. Certain double die varieties may also bring substantial premiums if authenticated. These mistakes occurred during the minting process and make each affected coin unique. Because genuine mint errors are relatively scarce, collectors often compete aggressively for attractive examples. Let's discuss today's market value. A normal 1974 Jefferson nickel in fine condition generally sells for approximately $0.10 to $1, depending on demand and eye appeal. Very attractive circulated pieces may occasionally bring a few dollars. While this isn't a fortune, it demonstrates that condition alone does not automatically create rarity. Collectors should understand that claims of every 1974 nickel being worth hundreds or thousands of dollars are incorrect. Now comes the exciting part. Exceptional mint state, MS, examples that have never circulated can sell for hundreds of dollars, especially if professionally graded by major grading services. Coins graded MS66 or MS67 with exceptional eye appeal are much scarcer than circulated examples. When collectors compete for these top-condition coins, auction prices can rise dramatically, making them highly sought-after additions to advanced collections. Can a 1974 Jefferson nickel really be worth thousands of dollars? The answer is yes, but only under very specific circumstances. Exceptionally rare, superbly preserved, high-grade specimens, particularly those with outstanding strike quality or significant authenticated mint errors, have realized prices in the thousands of dollars at major coin auctions. These are extraordinary coins and represent only a tiny fraction of all 1974 nickels produced. Most coins found in circulation will not reach these values. If you believe you've discovered an unusual 1974 nickel, authentication is extremely important. Professional grading services examine the coin's authenticity, grade, surface quality, and possible mint errors. Certified coins often inspire greater confidence among buyers, making them easier to sell and sometimes increasing their market value. Proper authentication also protects collectors from altered or counterfeit coins that occasionally appear in the marketplace. When examining your 1974D Jefferson nickel, use a magnifying glass or coin loop under bright lighting. Look carefully for doubling on the lettering, unusual cracks, clipped edges, off-center strikes, or other minting abnormalities. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can permanently reduce collector value. Store promising examples in protective holders to preserve their condition for future evaluation. The 1974D Jefferson nickel remains popular because it combines affordability with the possibility of exciting discoveries. Nearly everyone has handled one during everyday transactions, yet very few people examine them closely. This creates the thrill of treasure hunting, where an ordinary-looking coin could potentially become a prized collectible. For beginning collectors, it offers an inexpensive way to learn about grading, mint errors, and coin preservation while still leaving room for remarkable finds. Although most 1974D nickels are common, exceptional certified examples continue attracting strong collector interest. The rarest high-grade pieces and dramatic mint errors have demonstrated the potential for impressive auction results over time. As more collectors seek premium quality examples, competition for the finest surviving coins may remain strong. Nevertheless, buyers should always research recent auction records and purchase based on quality rather than exaggerated online value claims. In conclusion, the 1974D Jefferson nickel is an outstanding example of how an everyday coin can become a fascinating collectible. A typical fine-condition coin is usually worth only a small premium above face value, but exceptional mint state examples and authenticated mint error varieties can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's collector market. The key is understanding the difference between an ordinary circulated nickel and a truly rare specimen. So before you spend your spare change, take a closer look at every 1974D Jefferson nickel you find. You might uncover a hidden treasure next up. The 1981 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark. At first glance, it may look like an ordinary 5-cent coin that millions of people have handled over the years. However, certain examples of this coin have surprised collectors by selling for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. But what makes one 1981P Jefferson nickel worth just 5 cents while another becomes a collector's dream? In this video, we'll uncover the fascinating history of the coin, its unique design, rare errors, valuable varieties, grading importance, and today's market values. Stay with us until the end because you might discover that an overlooked nickel in your pocket or old coin jar could be worth far more than its face value. The Jefferson nickel first entered circulation in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by the talented sculptor Felix Schlag, the coin honored America's third president, Thomas Jefferson, while featuring his historic Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1981 issue continued this long-running design tradition. During this period, the United States economy was facing inflation and changing metal prices, yet the Jefferson nickel remained composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing exactly 5 grams with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. The Philadelphia Mint struck hundreds of millions of these coins during 1981, making the date itself common. However, rarity isn't always about low mintage. It's often about exceptional preservation, minting mistakes, or unusual characteristics. One feature that immediately catches collectors' attention is the P mint mark. Prior to 1980, Philadelphia coins generally did not carry a mint mark. Beginning in 1980, the Philadelphia Mint started adding the letter P to Jefferson nickels. On the 1981 P coin, this small letter appears to the right of Jefferson's portrait. While every regular 1981 Philadelphia nickel has this mint mark, collectors carefully inspect its shape, placement, and clarity, because doubled mint marks, filled mint marks, or weak strikes can sometimes create collectible varieties. Although most examples remain ordinary circulation coins, unusual minting characteristics can significantly increase collector interest. The obverse displays a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson with the inscriptions "In God We Trust," Liberty, the date 1981, and the small P mint mark. The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's famous estate, surrounded by the inscriptions EPLURBUSUNUM, MONTICELLO, 5 cents, and United States of America. Collectors appreciate the sharp architectural details on well-preserved examples. Full steps visible on the Monticello building are especially desirable because they indicate an exceptionally strong strike from fresh dies. Many viewers wonder how such a common coin could ever be valuable. The answer lies in condition, rarity, and collector demand. Most circulated 1981p nickels are worth only face value or a small premium. However, coins preserved in brilliant mint state condition with outstanding eye appeal become much harder to find. Coins certified by professional grading services as MS66, MS67 or higher, especially those designated with full steps, FS, attract competitive bidding among collectors who seek the finest known examples for registry sets. Mint errors make ordinary coins extraordinary. Some 1981p Jefferson nickels have been discovered with off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die breaks, broad strikes, lamination errors, double strikes, and occasional double dies. These mistakes occurred during the minting process and are genuine manufacturing errors rather than damage after circulation. Depending on the type, visibility, and overall condition, genuine mint errors can command values ranging from $50 to several $100s, while dramatic examples may bring even more at auction. Among Jefferson nickel collectors, one phrase stands above almost everything else: full steps. This designation refers to the sharply defined horizontal steps leading to Monticello. Because dies wear quickly, complete steps are uncommon on many nickels. A 1981p nickel displaying 5 or 6 uninterrupted steps under magnification becomes much more desirable. When combined with a high mint state grade, full steps examples have sold for impressive prices because they represent superior quality and exceptional preservation. Coin grading dramatically affects value. A worn 1981p nickel may still be worth only 5 cents. An uncirculated example could sell for a few dollars. A professionally graded MS65 coin may be worth several dollars to perhaps a few dozen dollars, depending on demand. Higher grades like MS66 and MS67, particularly with full steps, can become significantly more valuable. The difference between an average mint state coin and a nearly perfect specimen can mean hundreds or even thousands of dollars in the collector market. Let's talk about today's market. Most circulated 1981p Jefferson nickels remain worth around $0 and 5 cents to $1. Nice uncirculated coins often trade between $2 and $20. Certified premium examples may bring $50 to several $100s. Exceptional high-grade coins with the desirable full steps designation have realized hundreds of dollars, and some of the finest certified specimens have sold for over $1,000 at major auctions. These high prices apply only to elite condition coins that are professionally graded and scarce in that grade. Before spending or selling a 1981p nickel, collectors carefully inspect the coin under good lighting and magnification. They check for brilliant original luster, minimal contact marks, sharp lettering, strong strike quality, complete full steps, and any unusual mint errors. A coin with all these characteristics stands a much better chance of attracting premium offers from collectors or auction buyers because valuable coins attract attention. Professional authentication has become increasingly important. Trusted grading companies such as PCGS and NGC examine coins for authenticity, assign an official grade, and encapsulate them in protective holders. This process increases buyer confidence and helps exceptional examples achieve stronger prices in the marketplace. Some of the most valuable 1981p Jefferson nickels weren't discovered in expensive collections. Many came from old bank rolls, inherited coin collections, estate sales, pocket change, and forgotten jars filled with loose coins. That's one reason coin collecting remains so exciting. You never know when an ordinary-looking nickel could turn out to be an outstanding collectible after closer inspection. It's important to understand that not every 1981p Jefferson nickel is rare. Online videos and social media sometimes suggest every coin from a certain year is worth thousands of dollars. In reality, only coins with exceptional grades, full steps, or significant mint errors typically reach values in the hundreds or thousands. Most examples remain common circulation coins. Learning how to identify the truly special pieces is what separates experienced collectors from beginners. If you own a 1981p Jefferson nickel in unusually clean condition, avoid cleaning or polishing it. Cleaning almost always reduces a coin's collectible value by creating unnatural surfaces and scratches. Instead, handle the coin only by its edges, store it in a protective holder, and consider professional grading if it appears virtually flawless or displays a genuine mint error. Patience and careful evaluation can help maximize its potential value. The 1981p Jefferson nickel proves that even a simple 5-cent coin can have an extraordinary story. While most are worth only face value, a small number of high-grade examples, full steps varieties, and authentic mint errors have achieved prices ranging from hundreds to over $1,000 in the collector market. That's why every nickel deserves a second look before it's spent next up. The fascinating story behind the 1985 Jefferson 5-cent coin, its history, unique features, rare mint errors, grading importance, and why certain examples have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. If you enjoy valuable coin discoveries, stay with us until the end because one tiny detail could completely change the value of your coin. The Jefferson nickel has been part of American coinage since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, the coin honors Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. The reverse originally featured Jefferson's famous home, Monticello, located in Virginia. By 1985, the Jefferson nickel had already been circulating for nearly 5 decades and remained one of the most widely used coins in everyday commerce. Millions of Americans carried these nickels in their pockets every day, but only a small percentage would eventually become collectible because of exceptional condition or rare minting errors. The 1985 Jefferson nickel was produced at the United States Mint in Denver, Colorado. The small d mint mark appears to the right of Jefferson's portrait on the obverse. More than 561 million nickels were struck at the Denver Mint in 1985, making it a common circulation coin. However, despite this enormous production, finding one in outstanding uncirculated condition is much harder than many collectors realize. Coins that remained untouched for decades with original mint luster are becoming increasingly desirable. The 1985 Jefferson nickel weighs exactly 5 grams, measures 21.21 millimeters in diameter, and is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Unlike older silver coins, these nickels contain no precious metals. Their value comes from rarity, preservation, collector demand, and mint errors rather than their metal content. Even though millions exist, the finest surviving examples are surprisingly scarce because most entered circulation immediately after leaving the mint. The front of the coin features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson. Above the portrait is the national motto "In God We Trust," while the word liberty and the date 1985 appear to the right. Just below the date sits the small d mint mark, identifying the coin as being struck in Denver. On high-grade examples, every strand of Jefferson's hair should appear sharp, and the surfaces should display brilliant original mint luster with very few contact marks. The reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia estate. Above the building appears the word MONTICELLO, while 5 cents is displayed beneath it. Around the edge are EPLURBUSUNUM and United States of America. Collectors carefully inspect the fine architectural details of Monticello because strong strikes reveal crisp columns, sharp windows, and well-defined steps. Coins with exceptional reverse detail are often more desirable, although the standard 1985 nickel is common. Rarity comes from condition and unusual mint characteristics. Coins graded Mint State 66, Mint State 67 or higher become increasingly difficult to find. In addition, collectors actively search for rare mint errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, broad strikes, rotated dies, and dramatic strike-through errors. These unusual mistakes can transform an ordinary 5-cent coin into an exciting collector's item worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. One of the most valuable characteristics of any Jefferson nickel is the coveted full steps designation. On the reverse of the coin, the steps leading to Monticello should appear fully struck and uninterrupted. Most circulation coins have weak or incomplete steps because of heavy die wear or insufficient striking pressure. A sharply struck 1985 nickel with full steps is significantly scarcer and commands much stronger prices in today's collector market. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A circulated 1985 nickel with scratches, wear, and discoloration may only be worth its face value. However, a coin preserved in original mint condition with bright luster, sharp details, and no signs of circulation can be worth many times more. Professional grading companies such as PCGS and NGC evaluate these coins using the Mint State grading scale, where even a 1-point difference in grade can dramatically increase the market value. Today's market values vary greatly depending on condition. A circulated 1985 Jefferson nickel is generally worth about 5 cents to a few cents above face value. Nice uncirculated examples often sell for $2 to $20. Premium Mint State coins may bring $50 to over $200. Coins with full steps or exceptional preservation can reach several $100s, while the finest certified examples have sold for well over $1,000 at auction. Rare mint-era coins with strong collector demand may also reach impressive prices depending on the specific era and grade. Collectors eagerly search for unusual mint errors on the 1985D nickel. A doubled die may show noticeable doubling on letters or numbers. An off-center strike leaves part of the design missing while remaining identifiable by the date. Clipped planchets have a curved missing section along the edge. Broad strikes occur when the collar fails during striking, creating an oversized appearance. Die cracks, cud errors, and strike-through errors also attract collector interest. The rarer and more dramatic the error, the greater the potential value. If you believe you have a remarkable 1985D Jefferson nickel, avoid cleaning or polishing it because this can greatly reduce its value. Instead, compare it carefully with known examples, examine it under magnification, and consider submitting it to a respected third-party grading service. Professional authentication confirms whether a coin is genuine, identifies important varieties, and provides an official grade that buyers trust during sales and auctions. The 1985D Jefferson nickel remains popular because it combines American history, attractive design, affordability, and the excitement of discovering hidden rarities. Many collectors build complete Jefferson nickel collections, making high-grade examples increasingly competitive. The possibility of finding a rare full-step specimen or a dramatic mint error in old coin jars, bank rolls, or inherited collections keeps the search exciting for both beginners and experienced numismatists. If you have a jar of old nickels at home, now is the perfect time to take a closer look. Search for a clean 1985D nickel with bright original luster, minimal marks, sharply defined Monticello steps, and any unusual minting characteristics. While most examples are common, the rare outstanding specimens continue to attract serious collector interest and can sell for impressive prices. A careful inspection could reveal a coin worth far more than its 5-cent face value. The 1985D Jefferson 5-cent coin is an excellent reminder that valuable treasures can sometimes hide in everyday pocket change. Although the vast majority are worth only face value, exceptional mint state coins, full steps examples, and genuine mint-era varieties have achieved values ranging from hundreds to more than $1,000 in the collector market. Before spending your old nickels, inspect each one carefully. That ordinary-looking 1985D Jefferson nickel could become the most exciting discovery in your entire coin collection. Next up, the fascinating 1988 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark, a coin that millions of Americans have handled but very few have examined closely. While most 1988 P nickels are worth only 5 cents, certain rare varieties, high-grade examples, and unusual mint errors have captured the attention of collectors and have sold for hundreds, and in exceptional cases, even thousands of dollars. In this video, we'll uncover the history, unique features, valuable errors, grading secrets, and current market values that every collector should know before spending this seemingly ordinary coin. The Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel that had circulated throughout the early 20th century. Designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel honors Thomas Jefferson, America's third president and author of the Declaration of Independence. By 1988, the coin had become one of the most familiar pieces of American currency, circulating in the billions across the United States. The Philadelphia Mint continued producing these coins with exceptional efficiency, striking hundreds of millions of pieces to meet the nation's demand for small change. Since 1980, Philadelphia nickels have carried the P mint mark, making the 1988 P an officially identified Philadelphia issue. The 1988 P Jefferson nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs exactly 5 grams, measures 21.21 millimeters in diameter, and has a smooth edge without reeds. The obverse features Jefferson's portrait, while the reverse displays his famous Virginia home, Monticello. Although these specifications are common to most modern Jefferson nickels, collectors inspect every detail because tiny differences can dramatically affect a coin's desirability and value. The Philadelphia Mint produced well over 800 million Jefferson nickels in 1988, making the coin extremely common in circulated condition. Because of this enormous mintage, the vast majority of 1988 P nickels remain worth only their face value. However, rarity in coin collecting is not determined solely by the number minted. Instead, collectors prize exceptional preservation, minting mistakes, and rare die varieties that may exist within an otherwise common issue. This is why even a coin with a huge production can become highly valuable under the right circumstances. If you own a 1988 P Jefferson nickel, Inspect it carefully under bright light or with a magnifying glass. Look for a sharp portrait of Jefferson, strong lettering in Liberty, In God We Trust, and 1988, along with crisp details on Monticello's steps and windows. Coins displaying full, well-defined design elements are generally more desirable than weakly struck examples. Also verify that the P mint mark is properly formed and free of unusual distortions that could indicate an interesting mint error. Mint errors are among the biggest reasons a 1988 P Jefferson nickel may command impressive prices. Collectors search for off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, double strikes, die cracks, die breaks, strike-through errors, lamination flaws, rotated dies, and dramatic die chips. Some examples also exhibit doubled lettering or repunched design elements caused during die production. Genuine, dramatic mint errors certified by respected grading companies can be worth hundreds or even several $1,000s, depending on rarity and eye appeal. Condition plays an enormous role in determining value. A worn coin that's circulated for decades usually remains worth only face value. However, an uncirculated example with blazing original mint luster and virtually no contact marks becomes significantly more desirable. Coins graded MS65, MS66, MS67 or higher by professional grading services are increasingly scarce. At the very highest grades, collector competition can push prices dramatically higher because so few flawless examples survive. Today's market values vary greatly depending on condition. A circulated 1988 P Jefferson nickel generally trades for $0.05 to $1. Attractive uncirculated coins may sell for $3 to $25, while premium mint state examples often reach $50 to $150. Certified high-grade coins can sell for $200 to $600, and exceptional registry quality pieces with outstanding preservation have realized over $1,000 at auction. Rare authenticated mint error examples may also bring several hundred to several $1,000s, depending on the specific error and collector demand. Actual prices vary based on certification, grade, eye appeal, and current market conditions. Many people wonder why collectors spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on a coin, originally worth just 5 cents. The answer lies in rarity, demand, and preservation. A flawless coin that escaped circulation for decades becomes increasingly difficult to locate. When registry-set collectors compete for the highest certified examples, auction prices can climb rapidly. Add a dramatic mint error or an unusual variety, and the coin becomes even more desirable because no two error coins are exactly alike. Before assuming your coin is valuable, perform a careful inspection. Use a quality magnifying glass or digital microscope. Examine Jefferson's hair, the lettering, Monticello, the mint mark, and the date for doubling, cracks, unusual shapes, or missing details. Avoid cleaning the coin, since cleaning usually reduces collector value. If your coin appears unusually well preserved or displays a significant mint error, consider submitting it to a professional grading service for authentication and grading. Over the years, certified high-grade Jefferson Nickels from the late 1980s have attracted strong bidding in major auctions. While ordinary circulated coins remain inexpensive, exceptional mint state examples and dramatic mint error specimens have achieved prices ranging from several $100s to more than $1,000. These results demonstrate how condition, rarity, certification, and collector demand combine to determine market value rather than age alone. If you believe your 1988 P Jefferson nickel may have collectible value, proper storage is essential. Handle it only by the edges, avoid touching the surfaces, and store it in an acid-free coin holder or protective capsule. Keep the coin away from moisture, chemicals, and extreme temperatures. Never polish or clean it, because original surfaces are one of the most important characteristics collectors seek when evaluating a coin. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting Jefferson nickels is that valuable discoveries are still possible. Although the chances of finding a top-grade or major error coin are relatively small, collectors continue searching through bank rolls, estate collections, inherited coin jars, and circulation. Every search offers the possibility of uncovering an overlooked treasure that someone else failed to recognize. Experienced numismatists recommend studying genuine examples, learning the grading standards, and comparing your coin with certified specimens before assigning a value. Authentication is especially important for expensive error coins because many forms of post-mint damage can resemble genuine mint errors. Patience, education, and careful examination are often rewarded in the fascinating world of coin collecting. The 1988 P Jefferson nickel proves that appearances can be deceiving. Although millions were produced, and most remain worth only 5 cents, exceptional high-grade coins and genuine mint-era varieties have become prized collectibles capable of selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The next time you receive change, don't overlook the humble Jefferson nickel. Examine the date, the P mint mark, the condition, and every tiny detail. You might just discover a remarkable coin hiding in plain sight. Next up, the 1994 Jefferson Nickel. Millions of these coins were produced at the Denver Mint, and while most examples are only worth face value, a small number with exceptional condition, rare minting errors, or outstanding strike quality have sold for impressive amounts. In this video, we'll uncover the fascinating history of the coin, explain what makes certain examples valuable, discuss unique design features, and reveal why collectors search through rolls of nickels hoping to discover an extraordinary specimen. If you have an old, dirty Jefferson nickel in your pocket, coin jar, or inherited collection, stay until the end because you might learn exactly what to look for. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the famous Buffalo nickel. The coin was designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, whose portrait of President Thomas Jefferson has remained one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. By 1994, the Jefferson nickel had already been circulating for more than 50 years and was a familiar part of everyday commerce across the United States. The Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of these coins to meet public demand, making the 1994 a common circulation issue. Even though it is common overall, the finest preserved examples and coins with unusual mint errors have become highly desirable among collectors. Every genuine 1994 Jefferson nickel carries a small D mint mark to the right of Jefferson's portrait. This mint mark identifies the coin as having been produced at the United States Mint facility in Denver, Colorado. The Denver Mint has long been known for producing billions of circulating coins with excellent strike quality. Although the majority of 1994 nickels entered circulation immediately, a small percentage escaped into collections in pristine condition. Those exceptional examples are much harder to find today because most coins experienced years of wear. In everyday use, the obverse of the coin features Thomas Jefferson facing left, with the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the year 1994. The reverse displays Jefferson's historic home, Monticello, along with MONTICLLO, 5 cents, United States of America, and EPLURBUS UNUM. The coin measures 21.21 millimeters in diameter, weighs exactly 5 grams, and is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. These specifications have remained nearly unchanged for decades, making the Jefferson nickel one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. Many people assume that a dirty coin must automatically be valuable because it looks old. In reality, dirt, discoloration, or tarnish alone does not increase a coin's value. In fact, heavy corrosion or damage often lowers collector interest. However, a dirty coin should never be cleaned before examination. Cleaning can leave microscopic scratches that permanently reduce collectible value. Sometimes a dirty coin hides an important mint error or preserves its original surfaces underneath decades of circulation, so collectors recommend leaving it exactly as found until it can be inspected carefully. The ordinary 1994 nickel is common because the Denver Mint produced over 700 million examples. What makes one rare is not simply the date or mint mark, but rather exceptional characteristics. These include dramatic off-center strikes, double strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, broad strikes, struck through errors, wrong planchets, and coins certified in extremely high mint state grades such as MS67 or above. These special coins are much scarcer than normal circulation pieces and are the examples that serious collectors actively pursue. Condition plays an enormous role in determining value. A worn nickel that has circulated for years generally remains worth only 5 cents. However, a coin that survived with brilliant original luster, sharp details, and virtually no contact marks can command significant premiums. Professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC certify these top-quality coins. High-grade certified examples are especially difficult to locate because so many nickels were released directly into circulation, where they accumulated scratches and where almost immediately the most exciting discoveries involve genuine mint errors. Double die varieties can display noticeable doubling in letters or numbers. Off-center strikes occur when the coin blank is improperly positioned during striking. Clipped planchets have a missing section due to a manufacturing mistake before striking. Die cracks appear as raised lines across the coin's surface. Broad strikes occur when the retaining collar fails, allowing the coin to spread beyond its normal diameter. These authentic mint errors are highly collectible and can dramatically increase market value depending on their rarity and visibility today. An ordinary circulated 1994D Jefferson nickel is generally worth $0.05 to about $1, depending on its condition. Attractive uncirculated examples commonly sell for $2 to $20. Certified mint state coins in very high grades may reach $50 to several $100s. Exceptionally rare top population examples or spectacular authenticated mint-era coins have sold for hundreds, and in some cases, over $1,000 at auctions. The highest prices are typically paid for coins with outstanding preservation or dramatic minting errors rather than ordinary circulated pieces. The answer is yes, but only under very specific circumstances. The dirt itself does not create value. Instead, the coin would need to possess an extremely rare characteristic, such as a major mint error or an exceptionally high certified grade hidden beneath the dirt. Without those qualities, a dirty circulated 1994D nickel is unlikely to be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. That is why authentication by an experienced dealer or professional grading service is essential before assuming extraordinary value. Experienced collectors examine every detail under magnification. They check the mint mark, lettering, date, Jefferson's hair details, Monticello's steps, rim quality, and any unusual strike characteristics. They also weigh the coin and measure its diameter to verify that it matches official mint specifications. Even tiny differences can indicate a rare error. This careful inspection process is why collectors often search through thousands of nickels hoping to discover one overlooked treasure. Auction records consistently show that collectors are willing to pay substantial premiums for certified, high-grade Jefferson nickels and spectacular mint errors. While ordinary circulated examples remain inexpensive, competition becomes much stronger when a coin receives a top mint state grade or displays a dramatic production error. These are the coins that appear in major auctions and attract attention from advanced numismatists around the world. If you believe you have an unusual 1994D Jefferson nickel, avoid polishing or cleaning it. Store the coin safely in a protective holder and compare it with reliable references for known varieties and errors. If it appears to have exceptional quality or a significant mint error, consider submitting it to a respected grading service. Professional authentication can help establish the coin's authenticity and condition, making it easier to determine its fair market value. Despite being a modern circulation coin, the 1994D Jefferson nickel remains popular because it offers collectors an affordable challenge. Many hobbyists enjoy searching bank rolls for high-grade examples, full-step specimens, and unusual mint errors. The possibility of discovering an overlooked rarity keeps interest in this date alive, even though the vast majority of coins are common. The 1994D Jefferson nickel proves that every coin has a story. Most examples are worth only face value or a small premium, but exceptional specimens with rare mint errors or outstanding certified condition can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The key is understanding the difference between a common circulated coin and a genuinely rare collectible. So before spending that old dirty nickel, examine it carefully. You may uncover an interesting piece of American numismatic history. Thanks for watching.